It's a challenge to present online. Just how big the challenges are has been documented by the responses of more than 800 participants joining my virtual presentation and facilitation skills courses. According to their assessment, there's a drop of 20% in their general ability to concentrate if the presentation is online compared to a physical scenario. But the good news is that with the right techniques we can dramatically improve the concentration and engagement in our online meetings. During the courses I teach both online presentation techniques and online facilitation techniques. Regarding presentation techniques, it's highly important in online meetings that we ensure maximum visual and verbal synchronizing. In other words, what we see on the slide being displayed with the screen sharing should match exactly what is being presented orally. And why is this so important? Well, in online meetings we don't have the ability to stand next to the widescreen in the meeting room and point to what the audience needs to pay attention to. Another important aspect of presenting online is the structure and logic of the presentation. It should be crystal clear, both visually and verbally, because if your audience lose their concentration and focus at some point during the presentation, and this will surely happen in online meetings, then it's super important that the audience will have a chance to reconnect with the presentation and the story. In terms of facilitation, the course participant will learn a wide range of techniques aimed at engaging all participants in the online sessions, even if it is a hybrid meeting where some participants are being together physically while others are participating as individual online satellites. I've collected the facilitation techniques in a best practice guide, which is based on solid empirical evidence that I've gathered in questionnaires among more than 400 companies. I've made the first questionnaire during the corona restrictions, while the most recent analysis was completed after online and hybrid meetings have become the new normal in the vast majority of companies. The first and most basic facilitation advice is to make sure that the participants have their cameras on all the time. And now you might think, well, that's common sense. And of course, this is how it's supposed to be. But without active facilitation, it very often happens that the cameras will still be turned off once in a while during the online session. But with a small and elegant facilitation trick, you can state that you are sincere when telling the participants to keep their cameras turned on. All you need to say as a facilitator is something like this: "Oops, I can see that Peter's camera connection was lost. Are you still there, Peter? Or is there a problem with the connection?" And then Peter will turn on his camera again. As a facilitator, you only need to do this once or twice during the meeting, then people will understand that you're sincere and they have to stick to the rules of the game, namely that the cameras are switched on. This was a short introduction to the content of the course that I conduct both physically and online. In physical sessions, I have 2 meeting rooms, a plenary room and a room dedicated to simulate online presentations. If you have any questions, you are most welcome to reach out to me.